So the Indian Wells draw has finally released, and big news on the men's side as Djokovic and Alcaraz find themselves yet again in the same quarter. That's right, and before we go anywhere, make sure to hit a like and subscribe to the channel. It's the Indian Wells, the 5th Grand Slam of the year, and it's a big one. And it's that big that they haven't even put the draw out, and we've had to go with a photograph of the draw. This is my initial reaction to the draw, and I've seen some really interesting things. The most notable one, Djokovic and Alcaraz in the same quarter again. I can't quite believe it. There's no Jannik Sinner, yet we still get these two paired together. I mean, they seem like they're destined to play each other. And Alcaraz going for the three-peat. He's won it the last 2 years on the bounce, but the courts are a little bit quicker this year. Let's get stuck into the draw. I'll have a quick overview, then I'll go through some of the projected routes of the big players. But let's just have a little look. And obviously the number one seed in this one is Sasha Zverev. Here we go. And you can see at the top of the draw here, he has a bye through the first round. He'll play Kecmanovic or Griekspoor in that second round match. Griekspoor in good form, beating Medvedev recently. Looking down that section as well, we've got Mpechi Pericard in there, Malazan. We've got Thomas Mahatch in that section as well. Oh my word, that's quite dangerous. Looking down here, Tiafoe. We've got Bublik in here, Agut, a lot of qualifiers. Who else have we got in here? Holger Rune in there. I know it's hard to read this very, very blurry print, but somehow I'm managing to make it out. We also have in there, I think that's Ugo Humbert, Nishikori in there as well, Berrettini and Tsitsipas. I mean, this is a very, very strong quarter as well. Obviously, it being a Masters, but Zverev, will he have his work cut out for him here? I mean, there's some really good, really, really good players looking from start to finish, really, in his quarter. Let's move over to the other side of the top half. And we've got Casper Ruud at the top there. Marcus Giron, Zizou Bergs. I mean, Casper Ruud would be pretty happy with this so far. We've got Poprin up here, Arthur Fees, we've got Musetti, Tommy Paul. Who else have we got in here? We have got Nadi Lehechka in there, Mickelson, and, well, Daniel Medvedev. There's the big name, and he has a potential second-round match with either Bu or Basas Aredi. Yes, I'm probably got the pronunciation wrong. Basavaredi. There you go. That sounds a bit better. And that could be a potential semi-final opponent for someone on the other side. Daniel Medvedev made the final the last 2 years running. Will it be Medvedev versus one of these guys here? Tsitsipas, will it be? Berrettini, he's in good form. Mahatch, maybe just won his first title. Or will Zverev turn up and turn it on in this tournament? Let's look down at the bottom half of the draw. And, well, we've got Andrei Rublev. And he in his section, he's got Nakashima, Khachanov, Ben Shelton, Jack Draper. We've got Felix Auger-Aliassime, Tabilo, and Taylor Fritz as well in his section. That's an interesting section, this one. We've got Jakub Mensik in there with Echeverry. We've got Shevchenko in here, Arnaldi as well, another good player. Fernley Fonseca, first round. Wow, look at that. What a match that is. Love that one. I mean, feel a bit bad, though, because Fernley, I would love to go far. Fonseca's a nightmare draw, but so is Fernley, I'd say, for Fonseca. I think both of them, the battle of the JFs, the Jacob Fernley versus the João Fonseca. Love that as a matchup. Moving over to the other side, and this is the Alcaraz Djokovic quarter. We got Alcaraz down the bottom, and we've got Continental, a potential second round matchup. He's been playing well, did well in Dubai, got to the semi-final. Got Shapovalov in there, another dangerous player, been in good form. Seb Korda, Monfils in here, Dimitrov, Alex de Minaur, another good player. We got Hurkacz, Cerundolo, and of course Djokovic. I mean, looking at all of the quarters, I'd say this one has to look the most dangerous, but I'd say it's maybe on a par with the Zverev one. The Zverev one's very strong. Some of the unseeded players who may stand out here. I mean, we've got Davidovich Fokina in this section as well. Kyrgios, oh my word, as a potential second round matchup for Novak Djokovic. I'll be interested to see who the qualifier is against Kyrgios in the first round. But to face Djokovic in a second round, I mean, these two, they seem to keep on bumping into each other, whether it be in the doubles, whether it be just friends on tour. These two, I mean, is it destiny that they have to play each other now in the singles match? Will Kyrgios even get through the qualifier? That's the big question as well. Alex de Minaur, he can face either Sonego or Goffin. And then I think he's got a not too bad draw there. But obviously with Djokovic in this section as well, Hurkacz, not really been in great form, but you never know with him. And Alcaraz, there's some tough matches there, but all winnable ones. I think he should be okay, Alcaraz, to be honest. He'll be fired up. He knows how good he is in this tournament. He loves the conditions. Even if they're a bit faster, I think he will adapt. Let's take a look and see the routes for some of these top players in the draw. And how do we see them getting on? That is the big, big question. I'm going to go through first. I think I should go through the reigning champion first. So we'll have a look at Carlos Alcaraz first. And this is his potential draw. Okay, so we've got a bye first round, Continental or a qualifier second round, Shapovalov's third round, Dimitrov or Korda fourth round, Djokovic or de Minaur quarter final, Rublev, Fritz, Shelton semi-final, and Zverev, Ruud, Tsitsipas or Medvedev in the final. What do we make of that? Let me know in the comments section. Do you think that's a tough one? Or do you think some of these other routes are going to be even tougher still? Djokovic's is a bye in the first round, Kyrgios or qualifier, then Cerundolo or Davidovich Fokina third round, de Minaur, Hurkacz fourth round, Alcaraz or Dimitrov in the quarterfinal, Rublev, Fritz, Shelton semi-final, or Zverev, Ruud, Tsitsipas or Medvedev in the final. Oof. I mean, that is tough. If you're going to go and win Indian Wells, that is a horrendous draw. I'm sure you'll agree. That is not one anybody would want, especially if he has to play, all of those players who are listed there. It's going to be tough no matter what. Let's have a look at Daniil. Obviously, Daniil has been to the final the last 2 years, lost both of them, but it's a bit quicker this year. He's got to bye through the first round, then Bu or Basavaredi in the second round, Mickelson, Kaboli third round, Paul Hetchka fourth round, Ruud, Musetti, Fees quarterfinal, and then Zverev, Tsitsipas, Berrettini or Humbert semi-final, and then Alcaraz, Djokovic, Fritz or Rublev in the final. I mean, I think he'll be happy with that. What do you think? Tell me in the comment section. That, for me, is a lot nicer than the Djokovic one, and I think nicer than the Alcaraz one as well. Let's take a look at some of the other ones, because there are some other contenders. We've got to look at the number one seed, Sasha Zverev, bye through the first round, Kecmanovic, Griekspoor, maybe second round, and Pechi Pedicard, Malazan third round, Mahatch or TFO fourth round, Tsitsipas, Berrettini, Runa quarterfinal, Medvedev, Ruud maybe in the semis, and Alcaraz, Djokovic or Fritz in the final. Damn difficult. I would agree. I think that is quite difficult. If he gets Griekspoor, if he gets Pechi Pedicard, if he gets Mahatch, if he then gets potentially any of those, Rune, Berrettini or Tsitsipas, and then Medvedev, potentially Alcaraz final, that is tough. I'm sure everyone would agree with that. And I thought we'd take a quick look at Steph's one. As he's been doing well and just won a tournament, he'll have a bye through the first round. Alexander Muller, second round. Berrettini, third round. Holger Rune, fourth round. Zverev quarterfinal. Medvedev semi-final. And potentially an Alcaraz final. Very, very tough. But he's just beaten the likes of Berrettini already. And I think if he was to get through Muller, who's also been in very good form this year as well, this is a very, very tough draw. But if he plays his best tennis, he can beat majority of those players. I would love to see it. I'm not sure it will come to fruition though. And just before we go, I'm just going to go through one for the Brazilian fans out there, and this is João Fonseca. Should he get to the final, should he win the tournament, this is how he'd have to do it. Jacob Fernley, first round. Jack Draper, second round. So 2 Brits back to back. I mean, do not beat our Brits, please, João. We need to have something to cheer about in the UK. It would be exciting, though, both of those matchups. Then Felix, potentially third round. We got Fritz, I would say, fourth round. Rublev, Nakashima, Shelton, Khachanov, quarterfinal. And then Alcaraz, Djokovic, Dimitrov, Hurkacz, semi-final. So many names listed there. Zverev, Tsitsipas, and so on and so on in the final. Could he do it? What do you think? I think maybe too much too soon. I'm not going to get on his back too much. I mean, he's a very, very good player, but let's not run before we can walk. He's won his first title. I'm excited to see what he can bring to the table. If he can beat a few players, go through a few rounds, I'm all for it. But that's just my quick reaction to the Indian Wells draw. Let me know what you think in that comment section. Who has the toughest draw? Is it Novak Djokovic? Is it Alcaraz? Or is it Sasha Zverev? Does he still feel that pressure of the number 1 spot and wanting to try and grab it off Sinner while he's away? Is that going to get to him yet again? Only time will tell. But make sure you tell me your thoughts in that comment section. If you haven't done so yet, smash a like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow for the women's draw reaction.